Hey guys, what's up? It's Tanner, also known as Aang. Today I was going to bring you guys a new video on Monday. Like I said, here it is. There will also be one on Friday as well, so don't worry. Alright, moving on. So, this guy, Colin Cowherd, Colin Cowherd, puts out the show called The Herd, where he basically just talks about like these certain subjects that are kind of touchy, or certain subjects that he maybe doesn't agree with or doesn't understand. And he basically puts out these videos where he talks with people on his show, or this girl, Christine Leahy. He'll talk with her about like different kind of subjects, and sometimes she'll lead him into certain stuff. Anyway, so sometimes he has some good stuff, sometimes he has some okay stuff, and sometimes he has some stuff that just really fucking pisses people off. And last week was something that fucking pissed people off. So Christine Leahy, and Colin Cowherd were basically like talking about this thing. Like, he said that esports is basically filled with a bunch of nerds, which, while he's not wrong, his definition of nerds was pretty immature and kind of just not even realistic at all. So basically, in the video, I'm also going to put a link in the description for the video, and also shout out to Pimp CSGO. He is a player that just stepped down from Dignitas last week, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. And he was the one that actually tweeted out the video, and I would have never seen it if not for him. So shout out to him. And yeah, anyway, moving on. His Twitter his Twitter page will also be in the description as well. So moving on from that, Colin Cowherd basically said that esports is filled with nerds, and a nerd is described as somebody who picks their nose and eats their boogers, which, to me, that's a pretty immature way to describe somebody who plays esports. First of all, yes, there are a lot of kids that are in esports, but there are also a lot of people that play video games every day for their entire lives that are nowhere near anything close to something that would just be like a person who picks their nose and eats their boogers all the time. And honestly, there are a lot of people in esports that are really, really smart and are incredibly talented at a lot of things. And so another thing to me, just to bring up another point, I feel like he is describing esports as not a sport, because he said, in the video he says he hates esports. He said he thinks it's stupid, which, I love esports. I'm a huge esports guy. I've been playing video games since I was 7. I mean, it's my life. It's like my entire life, and I would never give it up. But this guy, Colin, I mean, he just crushes people crushes like the entire community. And honestly, if you think about like every professional esports player out there, yes, there are some that are weird or maybe a little bit out there about like certain subjects or whatever. Maybe they just act weird or they're mean. But I don't think there's any place in the world that you could find Faker, or you could find Olaf Meister, or like just any major Kenny S, any major person that you could think of, Nadeshot, Crimsix, anybody, just someone out there. I don't know any StarCraft players, I'm sorry, but just someone out there just picking their nose and then proceeding to eat it. It just seems like such an immature thing to say about just a community and somebody and people who are trying to just make money off of something that has been huge in people's lives for a long time. Like, people have been playing video games forever. People have been playing video games for a long ass time. Yet, for some reason, now that people are trying to make money off of it, it's become a big deal, and it's no longer allowed anymore, and people are no longer allowed to like pursue it as a career or anything in the sort, which seems completely unreasonable to me. I think that esports should be taken a lot more seriously than it is, and while, like the Twitch chat goes on, there's a lot of unprofessional things that are said about football. Like, okay, so I referred to the Twitch chat, in case anybody doesn't know what that is. There's a streaming site called Twitch, and people, I'm sure if you know esports, you probably know Twitch, unless you only watch MLG TV, in which case I'm sorry for you, rest in peace, but Twitch is great. And it's basically like there's a lot of people who are younger, like 12, 10, that watch these video games like CSGO, StarCraft, League of Legends, or COD. And, well, COD's usually on MLG, but anyway, you get the point. Most of those are on Twitch. And when they watch them, they're they're immature because they're young, and so they project things that they've heard over their lives and over maybe Xbox or PS4 or maybe over PC in a CS:GO game or in a League game or whatever. Um, and they project it into the world, and it can make it seem like the entire esports community is immature, but in reality there are millions and millions of people every day that tune in to watch video games and to play video games, and I guarantee you millions of those people are not like very immature. Like, I'm sure a lot of them are upstanding and like well thought out people and citizens, and I don't really think it's fair to say that somebody could just not be. I don't think it's fair to say esports is, and this is sorry, I'm going a little more broad now just because I've kind of moved on from his point. It's just it's immature. You can watch the video if you want. It's just I don't think he has no clue what he's talking about, and so you can't say that like that something is stupid or that something doesn't make just because something doesn't make sense to you doesn't mean you have a right to hate or discriminate against it or upon it. And so the main point that I'm trying to say is esports should be taken seriously, and I don't think that, and I really hope it does take off in the next few years. And honestly, Dota 2 is making, Dota 2 already has like has worlds, or well, has the like the world championship, and then League has worlds, and there's these big giant tournaments. CS:GO is getting there, $250,000 tournaments usually. COD's at about 100,000 for like main events, which is cool. Or 250,000 for the championships, which is really awesome. League is already getting up to $1 million for Worlds. Dota's at 10 million plus, 12 million I think it was this year for Worlds, which is crazy to think about. If you think about video games that came out like 20, 30, 20 years ago, it's crazy how far we've come, and I'm really excited to see how it goes in the future. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring you that quick video. I kind of ranted a little bit, raved a little bit. So just let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, or if there's anything that you've seen from him or any other people that just kind of like really pisses you off and you want to get it out there, just link it or tweet to me at HoldTheAng. And also go check out Pimp, give him a follow. He's pretty sweet. He's a cool dude. Everyone was pretty surprised when he stepped down from Dignitas actually, but I think he's still gonna be all right in the CS:GO world because he's a pretty solid player. And then check out Colin Cowherd. Even if you just want to get pissed off at somebody, just check it out. It's a great laugh sometimes because he just has no idea what he's talking about sometimes. Anyway, take it easy, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on Friday. Peace.